My name is Natalie Castro, and this is my 4321 project. Now that my high school experience is coming to an end, I've had to start making some choices to prepare for my future. One of them was choosing which college I was going to attend. This was kind of difficult for me because I wasn't even sure I was going to go to college. But thanks to the Avid class, I came to a decision and I decided to go to Cal State Northridge. Still, it's nerve-wracking to think that the next 4 years of my life are going to be at that school. I look forward to the experience and to opening that new chapter in my life. Another choice was choosing which branch of the military I was going to join. The answer took a lot more debating than I had anticipated, but I want a challenge and I know that I can do it as long as I have faith in myself. So, Marine Corps, here I come because I accept your challenge. So, speaking of faith, I believe that Jesus Christ will always have my back, no matter how difficult it gets for me, because I believe He wouldn't throw me an obstacle that He knows I can't handle. I like to think that there's an almighty being looking after me and guiding me in the right direction to the best life possible for me. And I also believe that a person should stay true to their character, whether that be an opinion or an action, because that's how I define myself, through my mistakes, through my decisions, my memories and my actions, not somebody else's. And so why would I want to give in to somebody else's suggestions on doing something if I don't agree with it? Listen to my gut, follow my heart, follow my instincts, because in the end, they're mine to follow. And with that being said, I'm a firm believer of happy endings, whether it be now or later on. I just don't think that life can be horrible all of the time. Being happy is kind of a part of who I am. So when I have my bad days, eventually I know I will have my good days. Whether that be deep, deep, deep down inside of me, where I say, today just can't get any worse, and then it does. But the next day I'm like, it wasn't that bad. So I kind of stick with that and just continue on, because it's life, and life has its bad days and its good days. It's inevitable to have a bad day. So might as well find a loophole and just laugh and have fun. The power is held by you, by me, by each individual person to choose which path they want. And I believe that my actions have consequences, both good and bad. And it just depends on how I take it. So I'm learning to choose wisely, and I still have a long way to go. Karma has a funny way of resurfacing. So thank goodness that I don't have time for revenge, because no thank you. As a freshman, I chose to join the NJROTC program for some really crazy reason, and I'm actually really thankful that I did. I can say with a lot of pride that being in that program defines who I am, because I learned how to be confident in myself and my actions. When I first started, I was confused about what I was supposed to do and just everything in general, and now I'm the battalion commander and I have a really big responsibility in the unit, and it just makes me proud. And that's where I met my family. My team is my family, and to know that this year, all of the seniors, since day one, our freshman year, we didn't qualify for Super Bowl, to now we qualified for Super Bowl, and we brought that legacy back of continuing and not stopping, not giving up. And forever and always, my team will have my back and I will have my team's back, always and forever. It's kind of like a pact. You don't necessarily swear in, it just kind of is, and it's really great. It's amazing. And the program has also showed me that it's totally cool if you lose. You just have to not give up, and for that, I have a better perspective on everything. And with the program comes the gunnery sergeant, and about 2 years ago, he showed up and everything changed. he came and everybody's confidence boosted, and we felt more pride in being in the program and more motivated to continue and try to make it to Super Bowl and to not stop. And it's because of Gunnery Sergeant. He is stern yet kind, and he sets that balance of being a good instructor and being a good teacher. I feel like teacher and instructor aren't the same, but he's both. And he's like a grandpa. I'm pretty sure everybody in the unit sees him as like a dad figure or a grandfather figure, for example, because that's just kind of how he reacts to everything, and he helps everybody get to where they need to be. Like, I remember I used to cry to him because I was having a really bad day or something like that, and he would play the song Cry Baby and say, "What's wrong, not alive?" And he just helped me overcome that insecurity or whatever was going on, and he always brought a smile to everyone's face, and I think that's just amazing. And God bless his soul, because he's an amazing instructor. Anyway, the most defining moment in my life isn't just one particular moment, but an accumulative amount of memories put into one moment. And that's taking my team to Super Bowl, having a team, being a leader, and even with that, regardless of the school stuff that I did, it was my mom getting her bachelor's degree from Cal State Dominguez Hills for psychology. And with that being said, my mom is the most influential person in my life. As cliche as that sounds, it's true. I'm her firstborn, so she had me when she was a junior in high school, 16 years old, and she married my dad not too long after. So she spent half her life married to my dad, and most of that time she was stuck in a loop of physical and verbal abuse from my dad. And it was really difficult for us because I had to experience that with my mom. But she finally got out of that vicious cycle, and she divorced him in 2014. After that, my mom had to start from scratch, start from the beginning with me and my two sisters. And my youngest sister was a newborn, so she had a lot on her plate. And for the next 2 years, she was having a lot of emotional breakdowns, and it was crazy. She would work 3 jobs, and she would go to school to get her bachelor's, and she barely had enough money to pay the bills. But even with all of that, she still managed to show up to all of my events, to all of my competitions, to the musicals that I was in. She went to everything that I was a part of, and it's amazing because I never thought that my mom can go through all of that and not show it. My mom will always have a smile on her face, and she would never let me worry about anything. And she pushed and she cried and she fought her way to finally getting her degree and finally getting her dream career as a social worker for the Department of Children and Family Services. My mom finally made it, and she struggled so much, but she did it, and that is why I'm so proud of my mom. That's why I look up to my mom for everything. I'm blessed to be able to call her my mom, and she's the roots to all of my beliefs, to everything that I do. She is the core of all of that, because I realize that everything she does it for me and my sisters so that we don't have to struggle as bad as she did. And that's why every success that I have, everything that I accomplish will be in honor of my mom, because I want her to be proud of me. I want her to see that everything she does will be honored, and that everything I do will be because of her, because she helped me strive to get where I want to be. She's showed me that no matter how bad life gets, you don't have to stop. You can continue, and with the right mindset like my mom has, you can get anything and everything done. And I'm just amazed by how much my mom does for everybody, and she's very selfless, and that's why I look up to her all the time. You never see her complain about she has to do this, she has to do that. She just does it, and I hope to be like her someday because she's my mom.